we've talked about mass wasting events where things fall. We've talked about mass wasting events when things slide. And so now we want to talk about mass wasting events when things flow. And so our first example is going to be a mud flow, which is going to be a moving slurry of mud. So it's going to be mud that is flowing. And when we talked about volcanoes, we found that materials could flow down the sides of the volcano, and then that was a lahar. So it was debris from the volcano mixed with water. So this is a video of a mud flow so that you can see exactly how fast one of these things flows. Okay, the next one is going to be called a debris flow, which is going to be a mud flow, but we're going to add rock to it. So a moving slurry of mud and rock fragments. So you can see how much damage one of these things could do, because some of those boulders look like that they're up to 1 meter in diameter, and you can just see how much damage that they would do if they were to hit your house. Okay, then we've got an avalanche. So this is going to be masses of snow and ice and or rocks that flow rapidly down a mountainside, faster than you can run, and then also faster than you can ski. And one of the reasons why it's so fast is it's got air mixed in with it. So when we talked about volcanoes, we had a very similar situation, but that was called a pyroclastic flow, which was debris from the volcano mixed with gases. And we said that it would flow down the sides of the volcano so fast that you couldn't outrun it. So that's the equivalent of an avalanche. Okay, you can also have flows under the water. So this is a submarine mass wasting event. And so debris can flow from a continental shelf down to the bottom of the ocean floor basically through these flows. And as it's doing so, it can carve a canyon just like a river can carve a canyon. And so there's evidence of this on the edges of the continental shelves where debris has flowed downwards to the bottom of the ocean. So all of these different kinds of mass wasting events are kind of summarized in this picture here. So going across the top as you go from left to right is an increase in the speed of the mass wasting. So that you'll notice that the creep is over on this side over here. It's a very slow event. And then the avalanches are on this side of the chart. Okay, then going up and down is going to be the type of material, whether it's going to be unconsolidated materials or whether it's consolidated materials. So the consolidated materials are up at the top, so that's like rock, and then underneath it is going to be the unconsolidated materials like soil and gravel, for example. And then each of those is subdivided into, is it a flow or is it going to be a slide or a fall? So you should be able to find most, if not all, of the different kinds of mass wasting events that we talked about are on that chart. Okay, so let's now take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about how do we protect ourselves against mass wasting events.